Hello, and welcome back to Grandpa Plays Minecraft. And in this case, Grandpa streams Minecraft. My name is History Wes, the aforementioned Grandpa, and I am playing some Minecraft today, as per usual. There was a time when I could say I play Minecraft every single day, and I still usually do, but I've missed a few days here and there. Let's see. Oh, there's our words up in the sky that spell out History Station. We're going to go over and take the minecart over to the medieval town over here. Hey, Dallas. I love riding a minecart. It's my favorite way of getting around. It's silly as that goes. Okay, I just added Roxy. Which I haven't had much of a chance to mess around. But it's supposed to give me kind of distance rising kind of thing. Hello, Wells. Let's see. Yeah. Mods. Boxy. Okay. I see a little bit of distance, but not very far. So, I have to go to my video settings. Render distance. Yeah, but that's just normal settings, right? That's not the Voxy settings. Okay, so what did I have it before? I was definitely getting more than 72 frames per second. Okay, so this is 12. How's that working out? Let's see here. That's fine, but that's not what it was before. It was big enough, high enough before I could see this. yet. Oh, my simulation distances are way high. So let's take it down to like, or maybe 16 and 16. It would be better if they're both the same. Does that make any sense at all? Not really. I didn't change the simulation distance, did I? Okay, we've got our name of our town, Glenbuck, up here in the sky. Okay. Let's take this down to 12 and 12. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. I could just fiddle around with settings all day. Something about Voxy is not working. I haven't really been outside. Look, when I have been outside, it's been raining, so. But it was, but I had about 100 and slightly more than 100 frames per second before. Also didn't mean to do that. Okay. Green. Quality. Okay, well. I'm done fuffing around with it. Regardless. So, what I want to do here is work on this pathway. We've got packed mud. And packed mud is going to be the center of our pathway here. Right from there to here, like this, like this, and then, oops, like this. It wasn't, it's not a real oops, it doesn't matter if I mess it up. So the idea is, of course, that this has been walked on because this is the center of the path. Probably leave a few blank areas here and there. So I remember when I was a kid visiting my great-grandmother, and there was this sidewalk in front of her house was so destroyed. I mean, there was more of it than that was destroyed than wasn't destroyed. And it was just so old and etched, like from acid rain or something, which was probably the case, because in Oklahoma should be a beautiful, green, lovely place, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people mining there. There have been for a long time, and not doing a very good job of putting everything back together the way it should be. Strip mining, all kinds of mining that is poisonous to the environment. Whole towns moved away. Earthquakes created in a place where there were no earthquakes before. And I'm guessing acid rain, but I don't know about that. Alright, so fine. Now we're going to start putting in the blocks. And we'll keep a few mud bricks just for differentiation. Okay. Alright, is this the same guy that I was talking to before? Yeah. Selling buckets of water. Or buying buckets of water. I happen to be making some buckets of water right now. They're in the furnace. Well, there it is in the furnace smelting. Down in my underground dig, I have found and rescued like a dozen axolotls. And I expect to come across more. Okay, so this is the main path. Now I want to widen it out, and this is actually going to become a plaza, sort of. So this side, go right to here. So we'll start with this. Looking pretty plaza-like. Why do we got some baby villagers wandering around? This is, of course, my village breeder up on the top floor here. And we've got quite a few free-range villagers. Alright, you go first. Fine. So, these are all the armorers and tool makers, tool and weapon makers. And I want to build a farm over here on the outskirts where I have some free-range farmers there. So go ahead and get these over here. All right. Now, from here, take it. How many we got left? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we are. That's all of the mud brick that we have so far, because although we have more mud, don't have any more wheat unless I want to manually harvest some, which we could do. I don't know. See, well, making use of the Minecraft mannequins, which are a new feature in Java. You can they don't do like I was saying yesterday, I'm looking forward to using them in a build, a lot of rolling build, specifically a Beatles / Sgt. Pepper themed area. My areas, I want basically my themed areas to be so different that it's kind of like going into the area, different areas of an amusement park or theme park. And this is our work area, though. also use wool in our super smelter. We're making good use of that, which at the moment we're not really. Alright, and the next thing we need is some deep slate. Because I finally punched through the mountain and we're ready to do a little bridging. Where did I put all that deep slate? A little bit there. Probably put it in here. That's why I need the storage system, so I know where everything is. Alright, this is not what I was looking for, but it's here. Okay, so we're going to start by turning this stuff into deep slate bricks. That'll be our building material. It's getting dark. Hello, Mumbo. Okay. So over here we have our roadway through the mountain. And of course, it will eventually be finished up. And I have so many plans for this. For this world. And I've really passed that hump, I think, where I've now had it long enough that I can't let go. Everyone talks about the 2-week slump where you play Minecraft for 2 weeks. But then if you get past that, you go for another fairly long distance and you get to another kind of a point where you could become I don't know, overstimulated, overexcited, and then that makes you quit. But if you get past that, I suppose there's always another hump somewhere. Okay, so now this area over here I was thinking about using as the kind of modern town area. But now I'm thinking about using it over there. Okay, let's first just like bridge over, take a look around. This is not too big of a bridge, not too long of a bridge anyway, but we're going to fancy it up. Kind of follow Gemini Tay's bridge tutorial that she put out recently. Alright, so if I go this way, I would have to dig under this short area and then under these mountains to come out on the other side over there. Whereas over here, okay, I could just start building here. My question is this a too close to my medieval town? Nice, pretty flat area for building them. Plenty of nice space around. Okay, well, so our medieval town is over that way somewhere. So maybe this is not too far away at all. I mean, maybe it's not too close. Maybe it's far enough away is what I should be saying. I like this biome, the jungle's edge. Plenty of wood around to use, but not so overgrown that it becomes a problem, difficult to deal with. There's our little bridge here. Okay. Interesting cave. Okay, if I bridged over and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then like did my road this wide, I could just slice off the side of this hill, landscape the edge. All right. I was just talking to somebody about the term terraforming as used so often in Minecraft. If you're fixing up your landforms and planting things, and you're not terraforming, you are landscaping. You're building a road and you're digging through mountains and you're putting up supports and walkways and whatever else, you are landscaping. If you're on another planet and you're making it like Earth, then you are terraforming. Now you might say if you could terraform in the Nether and maybe build an overworld-like biome there, that would be terraforming, or doing it in the end, which is something that we did in our family game. But you're not terraforming if you are just changing the landscape of an existing planet. Just landscaping. Self-aggrandizement. Alright, so if we make our road green, make it 5 wide at this point, and we can make it a one-way road. I've got so much stone, etc. from digging out down below. It's one of those situations where you just, you definitely don't need a cobblestone generator. I've never actually built a cobblestone generator unless I was playing Skyblock. I built a basalt generator in a regular world. Even though that's pretty easy to get a hold of too. So, it's been a lovely day here in the desert today. Very cool, about 61 degrees. No rain. We had rain yesterday, but it's all clear. Well, it's cloudy, but it's not rainy. And rain's supposed to return on Monday. But it's very nice out. Except for, well, it's a little too breezy to go bike riding. But other than that, it's nice out. My wife is fond of saying we have only 2 seasons here in the desert. We have summer and winter, but that's not really true. We have summer and autumn. It gets really, really hot in the summer, and then in the winter we have fall-like temperatures. Temperatures where it feels too cold to go outside in shorts. But we do anyway. Where I live, you see people out in shorts and a sweater, or shorts and a jacket all the time. I should have used my Silk Touch for all of those. It's all right. I'll just throw some cobblestone up there temporarily, just so we don't have something drop it in on our heads. Probably won't have something dropping in on our heads. There we go. So I've been playing Minecraft, finishing up my Hermitcraft episodes, watched the last ones that I had not yet seen. 3, 4, 5. And I guess it's time. Well, they'll start coming in all the time now. They won't all be at once. And I've been doing a lot of reading. I need to do some more writing. That's what I really need to do. I've been reading some fantasy short stories, some very good. Some of them okay. I haven't read any bad ones really. So Yeah, I'll need to landscape this up. Fortunately, I have, as I said, a ton of dirt. And this little road will come out here, and eventually it will connect with our small town, which I'm getting pretty excited about building. Also super excited about the idea of building a Beatles land. I mentioned that yesterday. Huge Beatles fan, have been my entire life just about. First album I ever had was a Beatles Revolver, which I still submit is the greatest album of all time. I watched a great documentary, it was a documentary on YouTube. It was about the format wars between 33 LP records and 45 records, and they both came out as albums originally, predating them back in the olden days, around 1910s and 20s, when they were using records that spun at 78 RPM and were made from shellac excretions from bugs. Even back then, records came in albums. You would get a little box set with like 4 78 records in them to get together a collection of music that was the appropriate length. So albums have been around since before what we think of as the record album was. Fascinating stuff. And you can still, and I still buy record albums. Well, I don't buy record albums. I bought record albums even as digitals, but now I'm on a streaming service like everybody else in the world. Apple Music in my case. I resisted that for a long time because I tend to listen to the same things over and over again. But then I finally, they finally got them cheap enough so that it was cheaper for me to just pay to stream than it was for me to buy the few songs that I bought a month. I would buy like 3 or 4 songs a month. And Apple Music became cheaper because not only do I also use iCloud, and I was stopping to look at that axolotl down there. Not only do I use iCloud and Apple Fitness and Apple News Plus, but everybody in my family uses all those features too. And so it was just easier for me to pay as a bundle in a family plan. Like a variety of things I pay for everybody in my family. Because I'm in, oh wow, there's like 4 axolotls down there that I see right off the top. I hope they're still there when I get there. I saw one, a white one down here some time ago, and I ran down to get it, and it was gone. Although I think I have a couple of white ones. Like I said, I have about I have about 20, I think. Gotcha, finally. Okay. Where's your friend? Got you. I saw at least 2 more down here. They could have run away, they could have despawned. Which would be a shame. Oh, well, 2. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go kill this slime. I've also gotten so many slime balls, I will never need to build a slime farm. I may anyway, but this one, wherever this slime chuck is, either over here or over here, I'm probably not going to make a farm here because I need this area for my storage system and associated stuff. So, I'd like to make a farm for rooted dirt. I've got to look that up. Am I right in thinking that when you bone meal azalea trees and they grow up, they only give you 1 block of rooted dirt? Because that's all I got when I was testing that out. Because if you get a naturally spawning azalea tree, you'll find all kinds of dirt. All kinds of rooted dirt, much rooted dirt. It's looking dark. I've lost some of my torches, or I've forgotten to replace some torches as I've been digging. Seeing green out of the corner of my eyes, and usually it is a slime, but sometimes it's just this stuff. This was a huge cavern that went from there to here, and I've now basically dug to the bottom and only to find another cavern down here. It's not that huge, but I'm sure I'll find more. We're down to level 18. And so only about 70 levels left to go. Flooded cave here. More interesting stuff. of iron and other resources, which is great. Not that we really need the iron. Let's take a look down here real quick. This whole region is just full of lush caves. Lots of clay. No, not very deep. This clay. Dripstone plants. All kinds of goodies. Redstone. But I will be glad to get down where we don't have a lot of caves. If we do, I don't know. There might be a lot of caves down in this section. Even that low. In any case, mining is so much more interesting than it was when I started playing Minecraft with Caves and Cliffs update. What a great addition to the game. I was watching IBX Toy Cat today, and he was talking about the possibility of having Minecraft 1.21 continue on indefinitely, and never getting a 1.22 update. And also the possibility of there never being a Minecraft 2.0. Which I'm sure Minecraft will be around for a long time. I don't know about 50 years. They say they have a 50-year plan. It'll be around for a long time. But still, if I was a company like Microsoft, I would be planning Minecraft 2 in some back room with one small team of guys, even if it wasn't going to come around for years. What would Minecraft 2 look like? If it were me, it would be very similar to what it is, but with lots more personalization features. I mean, it's great that you can have skins, but it would be cool if your characters could freely emote and move more than they do now. Sit down. And then more realistic biomes. I love those those mods that give you multiple real-life biomes by just combining the existing features that we have in the game and combining them into different ways. I think the one's just called mini biomes. I don't remember if it's that one or a different one, but they have a Yellowstone biome that has these geyser pools in it that are so beautiful. So those kind of fun things. And I would be much more into updating gameplay features than updating graphics, but you could do both. I'm not all that excited about the new graphics that Mojang is coming out with. Vibrant visuals. It's fine. But I have a feeling if I had the option, I'll probably just play regular graphics. I mean, you know, you're walking around looking like this. What's the point of having sunlight be fancy? What's this one? This is kind of a day I usually have in Minecraft, where I'm just around doing something here and something there. Did a little bit in the in Glenbuck, the medieval town. We got to our area for our early 20th century town, let's call it that. I haven't decided on a name for sure. Bartlesville just popped up into my head. Speaking of Oklahoma, because Bartlesville is in Oklahoma. The real Bartlesville. But I don't know, I might go with a non-real name. Something that evokes those types of towns. Like the kind of town that Main Street USA in Disneyland was based on. That one's circa 1910s. I'd like to maybe do 20s and 30s, so that I could have a few vehicles. Although that has, you know, that has a couple of flivvers running around. But in Disneyland, flivver is an old-time word for a car, in case you didn't know. But, whoa, almost fell off. Not that I would have died, because apparently my feather falling in 4 boots are really good, because I fell once yesterday while putting up the floating word in the sky. And survived, much to my surprise. So I think next week I will at least take a trip out to the area where I'm thinking about doing the Beatles land. Maybe start working on the Yellow Submarine, which would be the first build there. right on the coastline. That would be great. Well, I apologize for this stream being so subdued. As I've mentioned before, I'm looking forward in the future to opening up the streams to chat, and of course doing a face cam, which I did not too long ago. But with the age of my computer, it was slowing down pretty much. I'm planning to get a new one and do some more exciting things online. Although the purpose of the stream isn't really for me to be a big Minecrafter or a big YouTube star. The purpose is for me to stay motivated in playing my game. This is my forever world. It is mostly done while I'm on stream. The way I stay motivated. And okay. Storming outside. So, I stream Saturdays and Sundays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Until 7 p.m. Pacific time, and I will see you again if you would like to stop by at that time. You can, of course, check out these streams in their recorded forms. And if you enjoyed it enough to do any of the YouTube things, you have my appreciation. Stone and moved a lot of earth. Mike and his steam shovel. Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel, is that the name? That was a childhood book I read. Axolotl yet, though. Anyway, my name has been History West. This has been Grandpa Streams Minecraft. Thanks for stopping by, as always.